Okay, so paano ba ako mag-evaluate ng ad account before I touch anything sa Facebook ads? Hello guys, my name is Dan Lingaya and I help media buyers and Filipino business owners who are already running ads execute with clarity and confidence. Walang guesswork, right? So in this video, paano natin ini-evaluate yung mga ad account, whether it's for my client or whether I'm consulting with business owners. So this specific process allows me to have structured judgment. At saka para hindi reactive. When I say reactive, yung panic ka kagad pag may nangyayari sa account mo. Kasi I know maraming ganun and I've been there. So for this one, yung account kasi, yung ad account, nagli-leak siya. So bakit siya nagli-leak? Kasi na-over-optimize yung mga account. Paano? For example, may nag-dip yung account. So usually normal variance na siya. When I talk about variance in this video, that means yung day-to-day movement ng mga accounts. Kasi everyday hindi naman laging nami-meet yung metrics mo. There are days na down talaga siya. So how do you behave pag ganun, diba? So some people have emotional reactions, they panic. Ibay nila kagad, diba? So you are this kasi wala ka pa masyadong structure. And when that happens, i-leak talaga yung money mo. Remember, yung FB platform or your Meta platform relies on learning. So if you change a lot, yung learning nadi-disrupt. Remember that. So ano yung evaluation flow ko? So before I change anything, I ask always, what was this campaign designed to do? Number one. Ano ba tong goal ng campaign na to? Number two, stable ba ang structure nitong campaign? I'll show you what I mean by stable ba yung structure. Number three, what metrics actually matter here? Remember, hindi lahat ng metrics kailangan mong i-check. Depende yun sa objective mo. So number four, is this variance ba or breakdown na ba to? When I say breakdown, yung continuous yung decline ng performance ng account. Number five, if maghihintay ako ng 48 hours, ano kayang mangyayari? So, number one tayo, tungkol sa campaign intent. Bakit ba ginawa itong campaign na to? You should be able to answer that. So that's your step one. Why does this campaign exist? Usually, the campaign exists kasi you are testing. The campaign is there kasi ini-scale mo na siya. Or stabilizing lang. Learning, done na siya sa learning. Performance is okay, pero or kaya nag-dip siya before and then pumabalik lang siya, nag-stabilize lang siya. Or it could just be simply learning. The very first phase, whenever you set up or launch a campaign, that's the status agad-agad. So, kailangan nyo ask, saan ba na-fall dito yung campaign? Alright? So that's campaign intent. Number two, ayun, remember pala, without intent, yung metrics mo nag-mislead talaga pag hindi mo alam. Kasi if yung objective mo is just lead generation and you're checking for conversion or sales, medyo misaligned ka na kagad. You will judge your leads agad-agad kasi walang conversion when in fact, leads pala yung nilagay mong objection. O di kaya, you're running, you want sales, pero nag-run ka ng traffic objective. Eh di traffic lang yung ibibigay ni Meta or ni FB sa'yo. It's not sales agad-agad. Lucky ka if may sales. So dapat aligned. Okay? So without intent, again, metrics mislead. So number two, structural stability. What do I mean by this? Before metrics, kailangan mo i-check yung structure. So what do I mean? Objective ba correct? Yung minention ko, if you're aiming for conversions, did you run traffic or did you run sales? So budget, logic, intact. What do I mean by that? Pasok ba yung budget mo sa presyo ng product or sa revenue goals mo? Kasi normally, if you're aiming for a revenue goal of a certain amount, about 10 to 20% on you should allocate sa ads. So ganun ba? O baka sobrang baba, like 80 pesos per day lang, and you're expecting a conversion of like 10K per day. So wala ba masyadong reset? Meaning wala masyadong changes sa account na bago. And no sudden changes. Yung reactive ba? Whenever there are dips. And sometimes whenever there's a good performance, ini-scale kagad from 100 pesos to 1,000 pesos per day. Ayun, nagiging unstable tuloy. Okay? So number 3, na chine-check ko is signal hierarchy. Ano itong ibig sabihin ng signal hierarchy? Kailangan mong malaman ano yung mga signals or mga metrics na ipa-prioritize mo. So, hindi kasi lahat ng metrics dapat equal yung pag-check mo or pagbigay ng bigat, kumbaga, or equal weight. Primary is, of course, conversion behavior. Now, this conversion could be sales. It could be leads. Or it could be messages. Okay, so you have to define ano yung primary conversion na gusto mo. Secondary is CPA stability. What do I mean by this? Cost per acquisition. It could sometimes be called cost per result, cost per sale, right? Or cost per lead if leads yung conversion mo, kumbaga. So, stable ba? Kumbaga, before you run your ads, dapat alam mo na ano yung cost per acquisition mo na pasok sa business mo, na profitable ka, na kaya mong mag-spend. You know, for example, per lead, ano yung kaya mong spend. All right? Next one, or tertiary, is yung funnel consistency. So, pag yung sinasabi mo ba sa ads, nakikita ba nila yon sa sales page mo o sa messenger? If you're talking about a 12% off, nandun din ba yon sa website mo? O nandun din ba yon pag pasok nila sa inbox? Kasi if wala, hindi na siya consistent agad. Baka malito sila when they check your files or your website. You're not talking about the same thing dun sa ads mo. So dapat consistent yon. Notice this, yung pinaka-last ko is engagement metrics. Ano yung mga engagement metrics? CTR, cost per click, right? A lot of people who run ads, na some clients before, even yung mga students and business owners that I consult with, you know, pag bagsak yung CTR, agad-agad, nati-trigger na sila. They react right away. When in fact, may conversions pala doon. So for me, last yung engagement metrics talaga. So I take note of this hierarchy. So I would highly recommend you also do this. So I want to show you a screenshot here. This is a campaign for a local client I'm helping out. Sa Philippines ito, they're marketing all over the Philippines. They're in the health and wellness industry. So notice itong number 3 na row, 2.73, no? You see this? So itong 2.73, it's take note of Feb 25. So 1 day performance lang ito. Okay? So I don't judge the performance on on just a single day. Kasi there are really days na bagsak talaga. Okay, but notice the others are doing really well. 2.70, mga to, 2.73. Okay, 2.73 siya. That's Feb 25. So a lot of people will panic right away. Okay, bumaba yung ROAS, change ko na kagad. Or kinakabahan na ako. Right? So let me show you yung next performances niya. But before that, itong performance na to, screenshot na to, ito yung mga purchases, right? Cost per purchase and conversion value. So ang cost per purchase dito na na-determine namin for the business is dapat hindi siya tataas ng 600 pesos para profitable si client. Okay? At saka yung ROAS dito is kailangan 2.8. So medyo bagsak na yung isa, di ba? So notice this. This is the 3rd row. I'm gonna show you the performance over the past few days. All right? So if kailangan ko na ba mag-panic? All right? Actually, I don't kasi may framework na nga. So the next part, ito na. 3rd row pa rin. Okay? 3rd row pa rin siya. Look at it. 3 point something. 3.68 na siya. Right? And what is the cost per purchase? For 25.56. Pasok na pasok sa below 600 na requirement ko. So 3.68. So imagine if I judged it on Feb 25. Pero in the last 7 days, take note, in the last 7 days, maganda yung performance niya. It's just that on Feb 25, medyo natalisod lang siya. So I look back. Okay, kamustang performance ito in the last few days? So that's last 7 days, right? So in the last 7 days, okay pala siya. Okay, so I'll give it a chance. Okay, kasi day one lang naman. Right? Now, I would also check always, if medyo hindi pa ako sure, last 7 days, I would also check the last 30 days. So in the last 30 days, it's still the third row. It's green. It's all good. So it's just that nung 25, medyo hindi lang maganda yung performance niya. But in the last 30 days, okay pala siya. So it would be very early, or it would be very, your business will miss a lot of sales if you judge it just at that very small window. So you always have to check in the last 7 days, in the last 3 days, and the last 30 days, ox ba siya? Okay? Kasi it means variance lang siya. Variance. Other days na okay siya, other days na hindi. However, if the performance here, if I check, di ba, Feb 25, and if I check na last 7 days, down na pala talaga siya, hindi napasok yung ROAS, hindi napasok yung cost per purchase. And then, last 30 days niya pala, ganun rin. So that's really something na kailangan mo nang i-off. Okay? So, next one natin. So, di ba na-mention ko yung variance and breakdown? Right? So, yung variance is short-term fluctuation. Normal movement. There are days na yung mga campaigns are just simply not good. Hindi lang magandang, it's not a good day for your campaign or for your ads. Right? But if it's a breakdown, sustained decline in the last 7 days, as in downward talaga siya. In the last 14 days, in the last 30 days, as in directional collapse, meaning tuloy-tuloy. Tuloy-tuloy yung down. Kasi if it's just variance, it's down, up, down, up. And if you go over last 7 days or last 30 days, it's still profitable. Okay? So, ayun, different responses required. Okay? If it's just a variance, give it time. Give it the next 3 days. Right? If it's a breakdown, then that gives you a signal na, okay, off na talaga to kasi it's not working. Okay? Also, the last part is the 48-hour rule. I always ask myself, if I do nothing, remember yung Feb 25 na performance, if I do nothing for 48 hours, ano kaya mayayari sa akin? Kasi last 7 days, last 30 days, all good siya eh. So if I leave it for 48 hours, babagsak ba siya ng super? Does the account collapse? If yes, then, turn it off. If not, if it's just variance, go ahead. Give it time. Waiting gives cleaner signal. So patience protects comparability and profitability. Okay? So, yon. I always ignore a lot of stuff on purpose. So, kasi ang execution sa Facebook ads ngayon or sa Meta ads is mechanical na eh. Yung diagnosis, yung strategic, dapat may framework ka talaga. So if you go back to the early part of this video, yun yung framework. Kasi anyone can change settings, anyone can turn off the campaign. The question is, did you diagnose and then in-interpret mo ba properly before you turned it off? Or you just turned it off kasi feeling mo lang? Yun. So, if you're already running ads, guys, but you are constantly reacting to movement like what I showed you in the last few slides, it may not be a tactics problem. So baka hindi ka lang marunong mag-diagnose. Wala ka lang framework. Okay? Kasi if you need the discipline or the system, I have it, or I built it inside the Conquer Facebook Ads course, which has been running for the last 3 years. So no urgency ito, guys. I hope I've given you value in this video. And if you take something from this video, that's all good. No rush or no pushy stuff to go to the course. So I just want you to know na itong course na to gives you structured mastery on Facebook ads. It really helps you to think like a strategist talaga, to be really confident and allow your business or your clients, if you're a media buyer, to be profitable. Ayun. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good one. Ingat. See you soon.